The school is not only about learning things in math, in English, in French, etc. It's also about interacting with each other. And for that, the remote learning is not the same. Whatever.
Dear Thibaut Descoeudres, welcome to this interview with Art of Magazine. And you're in a really special situation in Verbier with your private school. And perhaps let's start with this COVID situation. As a private school, how did you balance the physical and virtual remote learning techniques in the last few months? And how do you will probably respond to the months ahead?
That's a good question. The COVID situation is the main topic of discussion at the moment, but we have to say that we are quite lucky in Verbier. The situation for us is manageable, especially due to the fact the school is small. We have small classes, so it's not very difficult to respect the social distances between us, and all the restrictions we have to follow are not too much difficult for us. The situation is much better than it was a few weeks ago now, but we have to be careful. And last year in March, last school year in March, we had a big wave in Verbier. A lot of people got the virus. And when we had to shut down the school, we were ready because we knew that the situation was not very good in Verbier. So we were ready, all the teachers were ready to start remote learning. And we even managed to maintain physical education with the remote learning program, which was a big effort and a big success from the teachers, because they managed to do it even with the young children. So we had different tactics. For the young ones, we did the PE program online with the Meet. We use Google Meet, and all the teachers were doing the PE with the children in their house. It was or just outside of the house, so they all had their organization. And for secondary school, they had to follow a program we put online, and they had to fill in the forms to make sure they maintain the physical program, physical education program with a kind of control from us. But I have to say that the families stayed very, very fit and active during the lockdown, because Verbier it's big, so we have space, we have the mountains, the weather was amazing. So I know a lot of families who did a lot of sport, excursions, hiking, biking, etc. A bit of skiing at the end of the winter. So they took a big advantage of the location of.
That's one of the main advantages of a place like Verbier.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the people were quite happy to have the lockdown here and not in a big city. So they were pretty well. I mean, it was not ideal, of course, but with the remote learning program and their quality of life they had, it was a pretty pleasant time despite the situation.
And how did the students and teachers react when you could return to real physical education?
That was a joy to see each other physically and be able to speak directly without the screen and the computers. So they were very happy about that, and see each other and play together as a school, and that was a big joy. And also, for all the activities, etc. We had restrictions, of course, but they were very, very happy to be together.
What do you think in pedagogic terms is the difference between a screen education and a physical education?
Yeah, of course. What is missing? I mean, we can do a lot of things with the remote learning program. It's no doubt that we maintained the program, and our children were not back regarding the school and regarding the curriculum. But the interactions with them, between them, the social aspect was missing. And that's important for a school. A school is not only about learning things in math, in English, in French, etc. It's also about interacting with each other. And for that, the remote learning is not the same. Whatever we do for in class, also for any activities. We did cooking class, for example, with the remote learning. It was funny, but it's funny for a few weeks. Then we were very happy to be back in the class and do that physically in an appropriate place, because there are limits with what you do remotely.
Let's go back to the school, because if you read your mission, like learning at our school is inspired by critical thinking, creativity, open-mindedness to the cultures and beliefs of others. Reflects perhaps your special approach of as a private school to education and teaching. So what is the real advantages or specialties of your school?
I think the activities we propose for the children, and we propose more and more activities every year. We have new activities, and that's a big advantage. The ski program is of course the number one, but there are all other programs we propose. I would like to say also the academic support and the personalized support we give to the children is a big change for them. As soon as we see that a child is struggling a little bit in math, in English or whatever, we can give him a very, very good support.
Because you have around 50 students in the age of between 3 and 15 years old.
I can tell you that probably the ratio, I don't know the numbers exactly, but the ratio could be 1 teacher for 5 students.
Wow.
We have, when you visit the school, you will see sometimes that there are 3, 4, 5 children with 1 teacher. It can be less, can be more, depends the activities, depends what we are doing. But it's very common that we have small groups. And that makes the
real difference
efficient. I have to say also that the curriculum we follow is very, very nice, lovely. I come from the Swiss system, which is a little bit more dry, a little bit less fun, I have to say, for the children. And this curriculum we follow is the English curriculum, and IGCSE is very, very interesting and challenging and motivating.
Tell us a little bit about this English curriculum.
It's very common. The curriculum we follow is very common. There are a lot of international schools who have the same curriculum. I'm very, very happy. We have a specificity is the French program, because we go a little bit deeper with the French program we propose in our school.
Because you teach in 2 languages, French and English.
No, we teach in English. All the subjects are in English, but they have French every day. They have 1 period of French every day. For this period, the children are split in different groups, so it's very small groups. So we have different levels and different programs, and that's very efficient. So in 1 hour, in one period per day, we cover a lot of things. We have also some activities in French.
I was really amazed by your education program this summer, taking approaches to learning like involving techniques to reduce anxiety, control self-isolation experiences, And as you mentioned before, completely different activities with experts from culture, from sport. This was kind of a very flexible or due to the COVID situation inspired program. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. We are a very flexible school, so we can adapt very quickly. It's due to the size of the school. It's also due to the teachers we have.
Yeah.
They are used to change and be able to integrate something new, and that's something we always do. We have to say that we have a lot of competencies in Verbier. We have a lot of amazing people, and as soon as I hear that or I know someone who can bring something positive and interesting to the school, we don't hesitate to use those people. So that's also unique in Verbier. It's a big village. Everybody knows
a global village.
Yeah, exactly, global, and we see some amazing people. So it would be silly not to use those competencies. So we do that, and that's amazing, because there are activities I would myself never have thought about using that in our school, but just the fact I know those people, and I say, why not? Why we cannot do that, or etc. And typically someone like Kiki Thompson, who is an amazing artist, brings something it's amazing.
That's the real advantage of a little school, huh?
Exactly.
Because you stay flexible.
Yeah, we are very flexible. Yeah. And something can be decided very quickly. We don't need to think about a program or a proposition for 3 months before we take a decision that can be very quickly integrated to the children.
I see also being part of the Forest School initiative, or integrating Agents of Change program.
Yeah.
Tell us a few words about that.
Well, that's something that we do for a long time. The Forest School program, we always, it's probably now the 6th year we propose this program. So we have done it every year, and it's amazing. It works very, very well. The children learn very, very well in the nature, and that we experience that, and they love it, and the teachers love it. So it's very positive. We do it from the youngest classes till the end of primary school. For secondary school, we don't do the Forest School program, but also it's important that the secondary school students go outside as much as possible. So we propose also a lot of activities, excursions. Of course, now with the COVID situation, it's a little bit more difficult, but we like they move, they go see, discover something else somewhere else, and that's what we call the Agents of Change program. They have to be involved in a few things. Especially now, we try to develop their they are sensitized to recycling, etc. So we do a lot of things in that sense. It's more difficult now with the COVID situation, of course.
Coming back to your person, give us short insights how to become a teacher of a private international school. I saw that you're teaching mathematics, science, physical education with a particular focus on helping each child finding pleasure in learning and develop a healthy balance between intellect and sport. Remembers me of the old mantra, mens sano in corpore sano. So your personal passion about this.
I agree 100% with that. It's a very good. Yes, that summarizes a lot of things. No, of course, for me, it's like a chair. Huh? You have 4 feet in the chair, huh? So the chair is stable. For me, it's the same. I need the family, I need my work, I need the sport, and I need the art. It's my the 4 feet of the chair. I think that when there is too much sport and not enough school, if there is a balance that is not perfect, that can be difficult for the children. So we always try to make sure they have a good balance. We have a lot of sportive, high-level hockey players or skiers. They train a lot. We have some students who miss school for training. They have 2 or 3 afternoons, or two afternoons for extra training, and we want to make sure they can catch up with the schoolwork. We want to make sure they are not too tired, and also they have access to the music and art in general. So that's very important to make sure all the students have a good balance in their life. It can be different from one child to another.
And your teachers as well.
That's something we all share. Parents, teachers, children, everybody likes to be outside, go hiking, go biking, etc. So that's very important for everyone. In Verbier, of course, the culture, we have to look for it, to go a bit further. I personally sing in a choir, but it's based in Saint-Maurice. It's not far. It's only 30 minutes from Verbier. We have an amazing museum in Martigny called Janada Museum. Yeah. And of course, that's something we always do with the children. We go visit those things. We have a lot of amazing museums and things in Valais. We can go also a little bit further, go to Lausanne, etc. And that's very important. We also have the culture in our school, not only sport.
You have a few very famous students.
Yeah.
If I think of the Danish royal family, yes. But in general, I think your students come mostly from abroad.
As I mentioned, it's very interesting because if you come to Verbier, you will see that there are a lot of famous people who are walking in the village with nothing special. It's very nice because
relaxed.
Everybody sees each other, everyone, and no one is doing a big thing about that.
Your students come from all over the world.
Yes, we have. I think at the moment we have more than 15 different nationalities.
Wow,
they all speak English. Most of them speak English. But we have some people from different places. Some French speakers, some locals also, some Swiss people. But the most of the people are from English-speaking countries.
Do you have already feedbacks of former students? Because I think your school is about 10 years, or correct me, 10 years old. So if students look back at their education time in Verbier, what was the relation and feedback? Yeah,
that's a very good question, and that's something we want to develop as the link with the students we had in our school, because we know for some of them what they are doing now, but that's something we really want to develop, because that's important to remember what we have done together. And I always remember my students, and you always keep the good memories. And our school was very small. Now it's bigger. We have more teachers, etc. But the school 8 years or 10 years ago was very, very tiny, very small, and that was a very special time. It's good now. It's bigger. They have more friends, and it's also better for any reasons. But that was also a very lovely time when we were just a big family. Everybody knew each other.
So it's developed in a way you expected, or you wanted to develop?
Yeah, we wanted to have more children per class. The number was too small. It was great for the teachers when they had only 4 or 5 students in a class. That was great, but now it's better because we still have a small size for the classes. It's still very convenient for the teachers and the students, but at the same time they have more interaction with their peers. So that's very important. So the balance is good now.
And you've got a winter and an annual program.
Most of the students stay for the full year. Yeah. We also have some families who are coming for 2 terms, and some family who are coming just for the spring term. We have some extra teachers coming also for the winter
classes.
Yeah, and we try to make sure that everybody is happy. The people who stay here all the year have a stability, so they keep the same size in terms of the class. And the same teachers, etc. And it's also important that the students who are coming for the winter are integrated in the class somehow. So it's a good it's a balance we find, and it's something we do for 10 years now. So we know how to run this program.
Switzerland, safe country, so no special security measures needed for those famous students?
Not too much. Of course, there are exceptions, and for the royal family of Denmark, they had lifeguards. The police, the Danish police, was around, but that was not for us not too much a problem, because those guys are amazing. They are professionals and they know how to do their job without creating any issues around. So that was not a problem. The school is safe, of course. You cannot enter the school like that, but we don't have high. I just want to say we don't have some very extreme measures regarding safety, because the place is very safe.
Okay, Thibaut, thank you very much for this interview, and good luck to you, your students, and to the entire school.
Thank you very much. It was lovely.
See you next time on this channel.
I hope so. Thank you very much.